About 8 years ago now, I quit my job with literally no plan. I quit my job, I quit corporate America, and I started my own thing. And the road has been bumpy and rough, so I wanted to tell you a little bit about my journey into entrepreneurship and what you can learn from the mistakes that I made. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Jessica Stansberry and I teach you everything you need to know about video and content marketing so you can make more sales without really trying, which isn't that the goal for everybody, right? Now, before I get into today's topic, because it's a juicy one, I want to make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any of the other tactical tips and tricks that I will give you. And if you have ever quit a corporate job and or you want to quit yours, hit me with a big thumbs up because Lottie knows that corporate can sometimes be crazy. All right, so 8 years ago, I was getting ready to have my first son, and I really just wanted to be at home with him. I did not want to be going back and forth to work and putting him in daycare. It just wasn't what my ideal situation was. So I began trying to start businesses, and I do have to say that I had been freelancing up until this point all the way through college and corporate. Because my design background in advertising and design and all of that stuff, I was able to make a little bit here and there on things like invitations and business cards and things where I've just freelanced. But I was trying to come up with a business idea so that I could make money from home and quit and stay at home with my baby. And it never really happened. The whole time I was pregnant and the whole time I was on maternity leave, I thought of new ideas. I started a couple websites. I did all of this stuff, but nothing actually took off and did what it was supposed to do. I also wish I could go back and redo everything at that point with everything I know now, because I can guarantee I could have gotten at least one of those businesses off the ground and running like crazy. But hindsight's 2020. So anyway, I worked through, my pregnancy, took my maternity leave, and then I actually went back to my job 12 weeks after my son was born, and things happened that day. Events transpired, let's say, that made me I couldn't do it. There was no way that this job was worth the stress and the crap that I was dealing with, basically. So I decided that I was really going to do this thing. I was really going to quit my corporate job, and I was really going to be a stay-at-home mom, essentially. Well, I quit a month later, and I went to stay at home with my child with literally no plan and needing to bring in an income. Like, we needed for me to bring in money, or we could not have survived or thrived or any of the words that in and I'ved, because we needed that income. So I quit without a plan, and I would not at all recommend it. It really made things hard, and it really made things tough in the beginning to get things started. But I was freelancing. I was making a couple $100s a month freelancing, and eventually fell into web design, and the rabbit went down the hole. But what I'm trying to tell you from all of this is I really feel like the fight or flight reflex kicked in when this happened, and I knew that I had to make money somehow, so I was dedicated to making my business work. And I really think that helped. I think that helped me get out there and start trying all these new things that I would have never tried otherwise. And so I'm grateful for the fact that these things happened in my job and all of this stuff that made me want to quit like that with no plan, because it caused me to have to do something to make money, or I couldn't have fed my children. And I think that was really useful for me. I've seen other people try and build businesses when the necessity is not there, that they don't necessarily need the money right now, so they're just passively building a business. I feel like it really helped me build a business quicker, and also, it helped me realize what was worth spending money on and what wasn't really early on, because I didn't have the budget to really do a lot with my business. Now, I will say that those first 4 or 5 years of my business, nothing really grew. I just kind of stayed in a place where I made enough to sustain what we needed, and that was it. And it wasn't until I started investing in my business and really took my business took my business more seriously that I started making way more money and having a bigger presence and bigger visibility online. But I really wanted to tell you guys this story because if you're still struggling in a corporate job, if you are still struggling with a slow growing business, this is kind of how mine happened. And I don't at all recommend that you quit your job without a plan. But I will say if something happens, if you get laid off or there's, circumstances beyond your control that make you have to start your business earlier than you want to or have to rely on your business earlier than you wanted to, it's going to be okay. And I promise that fight or flight reflex will kick in and you are going to do big things. Now, again, if you have quit a corporate job or if you are looking to get out of your corporate job, give me a big thumbs up because I know there's a lot of y'all out there. And don't forget to hit subscribe so that you never miss any other awesome videos from me on this channel ever again, because I want to help you grow a better, bigger, more lucrative business. Bye, y'all.